Capital News tonight. Police force apprehend foreign nationals traveling with thousands of dollars illegally. Judge orders mental assessment of citizen journalists accused of murder. And national team to depart to Cape Verde tonight. Good evening, this is Capital News at 9:30. My name is Khadija Zimbwe. First, the national news. The police force working with airport authorities at the Julius Nyerere International Airport in Dar es Salaam have captured $60,000 and 3,410 pounds being transported out of the country illegally by a woman from Sudan. They also captured a Korean citizen with $10,000 which he had not declared. Residents of Ukara Island have refused to use the transport services being provided by the MV Ukara and MV Sabasaba ferries. More than 300 passengers who were due to travel from Ukara Island to Bugurora in Ukerewe district by using the MV Sabasaba and MV Ukara ferries, which were both made available by the government to the area in order to provide transport services, have refused to use both ferries, and in fact they even threatened to throw stones at the ferries. The government made the MV Sabasaba and MV Ukara ferries available to the area following the capsizing of the MV Nyerere ferry in Lake Victoria on September 20th this year. It is alleged that the people refused to use the two ferries after they became frustrated with the speed of one of the ferries, MV Sabasaba. The MV Sabasaba ferry, which provides transport services between Kigongo and Busisi in Mwanza region, allegedly moves at an extremely slow speed and uses an average 3 hours to travel from Ukara Island to Bugurora. As for the MV Ukara ferry, it is claimed that the ferry is not strong enough to withstand the strong waves of Lake Victoria.
He has not lost a loved one. We shall not use it. Children will be left orphans. They should take it back. We want to travel safe. The rain season starts soon, which will be accompanied by strong winds. There is no way we shall use the vessel. The ferry that we have takes 4 hours to cross over. The rain season is approaching, accompanied by strong winds. So the vessel will not be able to withstand that. Our country should pity the people of Ukara. We cannot have a ferry like this. Our lives should matter. We don't want an accident like the previous one to happen. People are scared of dying.
12 people have escaped death after 3 houses were burnt down in the middle of the night by unidentified people, disrupting peace among residents of Chipumpu village, Kapele Ward, Momba District, Songwe region. The residents of Chipumpu say the incident was caused by superstitious beliefs and jealousy, and asked the government to move the police station closer to them so as to improve security and also as it will stop incidents of retaliatory murder.
Right now there is no peace. I'm one of the people whose house has been burned. We've been advising our people to be development conscious and store food, but then you find some people associating success with witchcraft.
Bear Regional Police Force has impounded an oil tanker which belongs to the Oilcom company after capturing the tanker while it was carrying containers of liquor and cosmetics which are banned from being sold in the country. The tanker was coming from the neighboring country of Zambia, and it was trying to smuggle its products into the country illegally. Bear Regional Police Commander SACP Ulrich Matei said that the oil tanker was seized by road traffic police officers of Marale district when it was traveling from the neighboring country of Zambia on its way to Dar es Salaam.
arrested a vehicle with registration number T233CXL owned by Allcom that was coming from Zambia to Dar es Salaam, as well as boxes containing cosmetics and hard liquor products banned in Tanzania. In addition, 7 people have been arrested for stopping government officials from carrying out tax estimation for shop owners. Investigation is ongoing, so tax due can be paid accordingly.
Prime Minister Kassim Majaliwa has given a stern warning to teachers and education officers of secondary schools in all districts and regions not to engage in any acts of corruption during the National Form 4 examinations, which will take place soon. Prime Minister Majaliwa gave the directive when speaking with residents after the Japanese charge d'affaires in the country, Katsutoshi Takeda, presented him with 6 new classrooms and 2 teachers' offices and brand new toilets of primary schools of Nyakato and Kashozi, which were built by the Japanese government at a cost of more than 280 million shillings.
This type of behavior affects a child's ability to think clearly and make children want to depend on others for answers. As a word of caution on examination to be written next month, let no one try to leak the exams with the intention of wanting to help children pass.
I promise Japan shall continue to be your sincere development partner. I wish you God luck.
The livestock keepers in Kitwai A village, Simanjiro district in Manyara region have requested the Ministry of Minerals to suspend the license request of more than 200 miners who are eager to engage in mining of the mineral ruby, which was discovered in their village. This request was made to the Deputy Minister for Minerals, Mr. Doto Biteko, who visited the mine and inspected the license of one miner who was recognized as having a legal license by the government.
Some mines close to the grazing fields use explosives. They do so without license. They mark our land and take it from us. We cannot issue 200 licenses at once. When livestock keepers are discontented, this is their government too. Applicants are from Mirarani. They failed to pay taxes there and now they've run here. No one is allowed to do so. You must pay what you owe.
President of the United Republic of Tanzania, Dr. John Pombe Magufuli, has today met with the resident director of the World Bank in the country, Bella Bird, to discuss development of the projects being done by the bank. After the discussion, Bella Bird said that the projects being implemented by sponsorship from the World Bank are valued at worth 10.186 trillion shillings, and they're all going well.
So we have a number of projects here in Tanzania, around $4.5 billion worth of projects. And overall, the progress is good. And we're very pleased that at the moment we've just been concluding a number of big new investments in education, in secondary education and in tertiary education, which we'll be looking to have approved in the coming months, which will really be an investment in human development here in Tanzania. And we're very pleased about that. Overall, the progress is good.
Dodoma Regional Police Force is detaining a total of 44 people for alleged various crimes. These 44 accused individuals include 22 women who were arrested during nighttime for allegedly engaging in prostitution, people who allegedly own the areas in which this prostitution was taking place, and 4 illegal immigrants from Ethiopia and Somalia who entered into the country without permit. as he was announcing the launch of a special operation to nab suspected criminals. The Dodoma Regional Police Commander RPC Senior Assistant Commissioner of Police SACP Gilles Muroto said that they have successfully captured several criminals who are accused of various crimes. We have arrested more suspects dealing with prostitution and closed down bars that are engaging in these illegal activities around Uhindini area. We have arrested owners of the bars. Among the arrested suspects include 5 men who went to buy these women. I remember to inform illegal immigrants that Dodoma is not a good place for them. If they dare to even pass by Dodoma, they shall be caught. Today, we have arrested 4 illegal immigrants. We have arrested Abdi Musa, 26 years of age, a Somalian citizen. Migafu Gezehani, 18 years of age, from Ethiopia. They have all been arrested in a bus called Haji's lineup with registration number T298DCH, traveling from Arusha to Mbeya region. After investigations are complete, we will send the suspects to court. In Nananane area, we arrested 2 male illegal immigrants from Somalia. The government has said that from now on it will revoke medical licenses of all doctors who fail to report incidents of gender abuse against children because they're afraid they will be required to go to court to testify as they're going against their oath. Speaking at the launch of an international convention detailing priorities in implementation of strategies to end child marriage, female genital mutilation and childhood pregnancies, the Minister of Health, Community Development, Gender, Elderly and Children, Umi Mwalimu, said 1 out of 3 women in Tanzania were married as children and that Tanzania has become 11th out of 20th countries leading in child marriage.
Na takwimu ambazo pia zimefanywa 2016 zinaonyesha 36%.
Statistics done in 2016 shows a 36%. So still there is no difference on how things were in 2010 and 2016. This means that 1 in 3 women in Tanzania are married when they are still children, meaning below the age of 18. And regions that lead on early child marriages include Shinyanga, Tabora, Mara, Dodoma, Mtwara and Lindi.
Time of enormous change for Tanzania as it moves steadily towards middle-income status. Changes in the population structure have resulted in a very youthful population. For the fruits of development to be equitably shared, no one can be left behind. Hatuwezi kumwacha mtu yoyote nyuma. And this includes adolescent girls. Today, Tanzania is at a crossroads and has an unprecedented opportunity to focus on the power of girls, to drive progress and transform the country. It's widely recognized that creating opportunities for young women is essential to build stronger economies, achieving development goals, and improving the quality of life for whole.
And that is the end of national news. International news follows next after the break. We'll be right back.
The relaunched Financial Times is the premier business newspaper in Tanzania. The Financial Times is a weekly source of information and business insight for the most successful leaders, executives, investors, and entrepreneurs in Tanzania and throughout the East Africa region. We provide critical business insight and in-depth features on companies, people, strategies, ideas, and economic trends. The Financial Times offers an unrivaled platform for advertisers to enhance brand awareness and move products. We will enable you to reach confident and informed consumers and decision makers who are ready to buy, which includes company CEOs, CFOs, managers, entrepreneurs, policymakers in government, politics and civil society, diplomats, members of the academia and other key influencers. See examples of advertisement opportunities featured in Financial Times sections below. Telecom sections, real estate section, company news, banking, finance and insurance industry, information technology, national, regional and global markets overview, motoring, lifestyle. Get your copy of Financial Times for 2,000 Tanzania shillings only.
Welcome back, and in international news. The High Court in Kenya has ordered suspects Jackie Maribe and her fiancé Joseph Irungu detained until Monday after a mental assessment was ordered for the television journalist. Citizen TV's Jackie Maribe faces a murder charge of being an accessory in the killing of a businesswoman Monica Nyamwira Kimani, whose body was found in her house in Kilimani, Nairobi 3 weeks ago. Ms. Maribe will undergo the test at Mathare Hospital in Nairobi. Justice Jesse Leseti said the suspect cannot be called upon to plead to charges without a mental examination.
To industrial area remand, and the second one to Langata women. The second accused must be taken for mental assessment in Mathare.
Now, South Africa's finance minister has resigned after admitting meeting members of the corruption. Nene told an inquiry into the alleged influence of the Guptas about meetings that he had previously denied. The Guptas have been accused of working with former President Jacob Zuma to secure government contracts and determine cabinet appointments. Both the Guptas and Mr. Zuma strongly deny the allegations. Now, a 2% tax on bank transactions in Zimbabwe has been creating shortage and uncertainty in Zimbabwe, according to analysts and the central bank governor. In an already worsening economic situation has been compounded by a critical shortage of cash.
It's perhaps another sign Zimbabwe's economy may take a long time to recover. Some people have been lining up since Saturday to fill up their cars. The central bank governor says fuel shortages are because of the introduction of a 2% tax on bank transactions. That means products now cost more and suppliers are buying less. It's led to shortages and many disappointed customers.
It's actually very, very disappointing because everything is at a standstill. We can't do any business, we can't do anything because we have to spend the whole day waiting for fuel.
The worsening economic crisis is compounded by a critical shortage of cash. In some places, fuel has started arriving, but it's still not enough. Others are stocking up on groceries. These days, bread is in short supply and usually doesn't last long on the shelves. In some stores, customers are limited to 2 items per person to prevent hoarding and panic buying.
And that is the end of international news. Business news follows next.
Watch Business Edition as we talk to business leaders and experts in sectors that are transforming Tanzania's economy.
To be rich, I have to be a business person.
It's not an easy road at all.
People need to understand. You must quickly think, how cost effective are you going to be?
Business acts as a way in which it can bridge that gap.
Business Edition will keep you informed on latest developments in the financial sector, extractive industry, tourism, agriculture, energy, construction, and so much more. Meet entrepreneurs who create employment opportunities. Watch Business Edition on Friday at 8:15 p.m.
Welcome back, and in business news tonight. The government has banned transportation of cashew nuts at night from principal cooperative unions to the main house and from the main warehouse to the port in order to prevent incidents of theft along the way, which leads to complaints from various farmers and principal cooperative unions.
Tutakuwa na kikosi kazi.
We shall have a task force that will be inspecting vehicles during the night. There will be no excuse. As you know, we've banned transportation of cash nets at night. This is what we are telling people, to use the weighing scale as instructed. The surface on which the weighing scale is placed must be even so as to get the right reading.
Tanzania Petrol Stations Operators Association has said that it faces a big challenge of car drivers refusing to take receipts when they fuel in their stations, while Tanzania Revenue Authority warned such drivers of the consequences of doing so.
We've been stressing on the need for customers to be given receipts, but in some cases you find that the buyer is in too much of a hurry to wait for the receipt to be issued. We ask the citizens to continue asking for receipts after making a purchase, and please do check the receipts to see that the amount printed is what you paid for.
The Ways and Measures Agency has begun to implement the Prime Minister Kassim Majaliwa's directive to prevent overweighing of goods through Lumbesa system, and added that lack of strong operatives overseeing the harvest is the reason why the system is still there.
So far, noticeable changes is there for everyone to see. This means that if we are together in this, then we shall succeed, and the time to win is now.
And that is the end of business news. Sports news follows up next.
In Sports Gazette this week, the Tanzania Football Federation President, Mr. Wallace Korea.
It's the first time I'm having this high of a leader of TFF in this show.
We talked to him about the Taifa Stars' preparation for the game against Cape Verde.
Now we are having two important matches, which is back-to-back, which Cape Verde. We are supposed to play on 12th of October, but after 4 days, 16th, we are supposed also to play here.
For these and much more, don't miss Sports Gazette every Wednesday at 7 p.m. only on Capital Television.
And in sports news, the national team Taifa Stars and fans are expected to depart tonight with an Embraer 190 plane, which has the capacity of carrying 120 passengers, after receiving reports from Cape Verde that the Boeing 787-8 will not be able to land due to the small size of the airport.
We've been able to secure a prestigious airline, able to carry 120 passengers, that shall land at the stadium. This time, we are prepared. There is no The preparations are going well. We would like to thank the government for supporting us by giving us a means of transport that is reliable.
We're going to Cape Verde. Cape Verde is a very good team. We shouldn't deceive ourselves. They're a very, very good team. Technically, they know how to play the game. Over the years, they have improved their game. We recognize that, but we have good team. All we need to do is to maintain the discipline.
Now, wrestlers from 7 clubs of the sport will tomorrow begin to compete for the Nyerere Cup that will be conducted for 3 days after successfully completing the weighing exercise at the shores of Msasani, Dar es Salaam.
then the competition shall be officially opened tomorrow.
Mashindano yatakuwa ni magumu.
The competition will be tough. A lot of the teams have already arrived for the competition. We are well prepared to win.
And Lewis Hamilton says arch rival Sebastian Vettel deserves more respect instead of the criticism he was received for his flattering F1 championship, Formula One championship bid over the last few weeks. Hamilton's fourth straight victory at last weekend's Japanese Grand Prix left Ferrari's Vettel 67 points adrift in the drivers' standing. And that sports item ends our news bulletin. My name is Khadija Zimbwe. Thank you for watching and good night.